the general director of Al-Harah Theatre, which is based in Jala, a small town near Bethlehem. I would like to speak a little bit about our relationship as Al-Harah Theatre with ETC, with Teatro dell'Argine, and specifically with Pietro Floridia. This relationship started almost 10 years ago. When Pietro came for a visit during 2003 to find out more about theaters in Palestine, to find out more about the situation in Palestine. So from that point, we stayed in touch and we kept saying that we want to do something together with Teatro dell'Argine at ETC. So the first step was that Teatro dell'Argine invited us to perform during their theatre festival, and we performed in Bologna. We did workshops with different universities, students, and we also toured in different parts of Italy. The second project with ETC and Teatro dell'Argine was to produce a performance, a play, and for 3 years we were talking together through the Skype, through the email. What do we want to do together? Pietro suggested to do the Metamorphosis, and they were excited that they have a text, it's international, it's a classic, they want to do it. We produced Metamorphosis together, and from the first day of rehearsals, immediately we saw Palestine. Immediately we could see Gaza, we could see Qalqilia, which is completely surrounded. And although we kept the text, although we kept the names of the characters, it was a very, very powerful performance. The third project with Teatro dell'Argine was with the Anna Lindh Fund, Anna Lindh Foundation funding the project, and it's an exchange on the diversity of acting and theatre, especially for refugees, asylum seekers to Italy, where I went and worked with a group, two groups. One group of young people between 18 and 23, and one group of refugees between 23 and 30 or 35 years old. The idea was to try to use theatre, but also at the same time talk about the differences between the concept of being a refugee in Italy and being a refugee in Palestine as a Palestinian refugee. And the experience was very powerful, very important. I think learning about each other and learning about the differences of the concept of being a refugee was a very important discovery that we did through the workshops. This part now, when Pietro is here, he is also part of this same project of acting diversity, and he did a beautiful workshop with a group of young people who are mixed from refugee camps and from the different areas of Bethlehem. He worked for 5 days, and he made a presentation, a theatre presentation, which is completely incredible, with beautiful scenography, beautiful energy, and he used a text for Mahmoud Darwish, the famous Palestinian poet, called the Memory of Forgetness. And to see these young people so involved, so serious in this presentation shows you how much Pietro affected them and changed the way of looking at things. And I think it's a very important project, and I'm very happy that Anna Lindh Foundation has supported something like this with art and with theatre and with performing arts, because it is such a powerful way to have this cultural exchange, cultural dialogue, which is incredibly important, and it's the aim of the Anna Lindh Foundation. The project now that we have just started also with Pietro Floridia is a project that has been approved by the EU delegation office in Jerusalem, and it's such an important project for Al-Harah Theatre, but for me personally, it's a personal passion, and it's about single women over 35 in Palestine. Single meaning divorced, widowed, not married, and how the Palestinian community perceives them, what is their image, how they are treated, what are the challenges. And I was a little bit worried that we will have a male director, but to see the passion, to see the interest, to see the depth that we have been talking about together with Pietro is making me feel deep sure that we will have such a powerful performance about this because of this passion. And this you cannot have in anyone. This is such an important thing to have. And I think this is a very unique thing that you find in Pietro and also in Teatro dell'Argine, being interested to develop international projects like this. To connect this with all the projects that we have been doing together with Teatro dell'Argine, we have a lot of similarities. As Al-Harah Theatre, we believe that theatre is a powerful tool for creating change in the community. We believe that this is a tool that can socially change the concept, the images, the perceptions of people. So Al-Harah Theatre works in 4 different things mainly. One, we produce theatre for children and for young people and adults, and we get the stories and the demands and the ideas from the community and the needs of the community. 2, we are a touring company, so we take our performances to all the villages, refugee camps, theatres in the West Bank. We reach schools, we reach universities, we reach different communities in marginalized areas. We try to do regional tours also outside, and we also do a lot of tours in Europe. 3, we do continuous long-term training, which is similar to Teatro dell'Argine. We train children and young people, and at the moment we have 6 groups that we train on regular basis, once a week, not to create actors, not to have only actors who can play in theatre, no, but to empower young people, to give them trust, confidence, strength. At the moment, we have in our group 3 of our trainees who wanted to continue in this field, Mirna, Atta, and George, and they have the ability to do it. So this is the 3rd part of our work. The 4th is as a performing arts organization to work in different exchange projects, in different cultural artistic projects, because it's a way to open up, it's a way to build capacity, it's a way to have intercultural experiences of sharing, discovering that we are not isolated, that we share a lot with the other. And we've discovered this sharing a lot with Teatro dell'Argine, because they believe in those issues, they believe in human rights, they believe in developing projects internationally, they believe that it's important to give the marginalized communities like refugees or others attention and work with them, because theatre is such a powerful tool to do this. We have a very strong network of relations with civil society organizations in Palestine that is easy for us to organize a tour, because people trust our work, people feel that we have a good visibility in our community, and we have developed networks. Theatre is part of my life. Theatre is a creative way of telling people about us, about our conditions, about our living conditions with the language of the West. Because theatre is not really spread in Palestine, but it is a language that the Western cultures use. And I think through theatre we have been able to achieve a lot. We have been able to connect to the world. We have been able to change the image of Palestine in the West. And we should continue using this tool because it's a great tool. For Palestine, I think we're always walking in a dark alley, in a tunnel, and we're always hoping at the end of the tunnel we will see the light. And sometimes we might have no light, and we have depression, frustration because of the conditions that we have around us. But if we stop having this light, we will die. And that's why through doing theater, we can continue to have this light, and we hope that the future of Palestine, to have a just and a real situation where people can live normally, with the support of the international community, with justice and equality for all, because this is a very important part of our future. If not for our future, then for the future of the young generation. I want to say that for us here, we welcome to have people. It's very important for people to come to visit us, to visit Palestine. By coming and choosing to spend your vacation to learn more about Palestine, it means so much for us. It means that we really appreciate this choice, because it makes us feel not isolated. It makes us feel that there are people who care in the world. And visiting and seeing in your own eyes, it's very, very much different than what you see on the news, what you see, what you hear, and it's very important. So, benvenuti to Palestina.